What's up? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back, probably not, because why would you ever? Today, I'm doing a controversial video, because why not? I am going to rank and talk about every Colleen Hoover book I've ever read. I am very excited about this video because I love the hate on Colleen Hoover because I think it's stupid. So why not? Why not make a video all about Colleen Hoover books that I've read, which, might I add, is kind of a lot. I don't even know where I want to start. Where do I want to start with this? I looked on my Goodreads, which link below, please follow. I was trying to make sure that these are all of the Colleen books that I've read. I believe I'm correct, and honestly, even if I'm not, no one's gonna be sad about that. Okay, so let's get into it, yes? I don't know how I want to do this. I literally just came up with this idea like 30 seconds ago. So I'm just gonna literally just go down the stack. First and foremost, Layla. This is a fever dream. I mean, I don't know, 2.5 I think I gave it. 2.5 or 3. It's a good fall read. I would really genuinely only recommend reading this during the fall. I'm not gonna give you the synopsis on this because I don't even want to remind myself. It was weird as shit. So basically this book is about, it's a romance, obviously. There's ghosts involved. There's mystery. There's 2 back-to-back twists. I remember that. Yeah, it was fucking weird, okay? The ending, especially like how it wraps up and the answer to said mystery is fucking weird. But it was, I mean, it was an entertaining read. I will say that. It was entertaining, and that's why I read Colleen, because she is entertaining and her books are fun. So just get over yourself if you're like all pissed off about her writing. Next off, we have November 9th. This one, I loved it. Okay, I loved it. I remember I read this in November of last year because I was like, duh. I was like, I have to finish it because it was like almost December, and then I read it in one night, which is normal for me with Colleen Hoover books. I read Colleen Hoover like I drink water, very fast. That didn't make any sense. Anyway, so November 9th, it's such a cool concept. For as much as Colleen has played around with writing and different styles, genres, whatever, this one was fun. November 9th of every year for, I think, what, 5 or 10 years, something like that. And it's about how, like, they meet, and then Wyatt's every day on the 9th, or not every, fuck me. Wyatt's every November 9th, and it literally just goes year by year by year. So you see a lot of the growth of the characters. There's definitely twists that I did not see coming, but then also once you find them out, you're like, yeah, that's very Colleen to do, you know? I did really love this one. I thought it was really sweet. 3.5, 4, looking back at it. That would be my rating. This one, I don't understand the hype. I don't. This one's also been through some shit, okay? I got this in New York and then moved, and she's hanging in there. I don't get the hype over this one. I read it in a day. You know, I didn't love it. I'm sorry, but like I didn't. I did like the main guy. Like I did. I liked their characters. But it was weird. I didn't love the like stepsister trope thing she had going for a minute. I'm not against that. But like this is Colleen. Like unless I'm reading like a dark, smutty, disgusting, like will send me to hell type of book, I don't want it. It was just kind of weird. And there is a very controversial line in this book about a baby and his part. I will agree, that was a very odd thing to write. As someone that likes writing, I don't even know if I would have said that. Yeah, this one I think I gave 1.5. I did not love it at all. Duh. This was the first Colleen Hoover book I read. This is one of her most controversial books, which I think is kind of ridiculous. I think this is one of her better books. I'm not gonna say best, that's a little dramatic, but I think it's one of her better ones. I don't think there is a single thing about this book that is romanticizing abuse. This book is special to me just because it's the book that got me back into reading. It's the book that is why I'm here today. It's the book that has led me to read a million other books. I also just really enjoyed it. I really like the growth of the characters, and I also really like that it's not a happy ending. And now I do think, like, let's make it a little more realistic. Of course, like, why do we have to have another guy? Because in most people's lives, like, if they're in an abusive relationship, there is not like a little knight in shining armor to follow up with the other relationship. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna be like, okay, like, I can leave like this relationship guy to like go to like this perfect guy. That would be ideal, I think, to almost all of us, but it's not. But I do really love the characters, and if you don't picture Ryle as 4 from Divergent, you're fucking up everything, because goddamn. This one, I'm not gonna give it a 5, but like, it's kind of a 5 for me. And I'm so sorry for anybody that like really in their heart has to like hate on this book so much, but for me it's a 5. So now we have one of the worst series I think I've ever read, respectfully. It's the Hopeless series. Actually includes this, but not really. So this book, All Your Perfects, is technically a part of the Hopeless series. This is an absolute standalone. There is one part in the end of the book that connects all these bitches together. This book is phenomenal. We're gonna start with this book because I love this book. I read this well before I read this stuff. This book is basically all about a couple that is married and they are having fertility issues, and that causes them to have marriage issues because the main girl is very caught up on not being able to get pregnant and kind of ignoring the fact that like life still does exist. I will say the main girl in this is not my favorite. However, I do understand the mental toll that things can take and the ways that it can make a human forget important things, like, you know, the love of their life or their own fucking life. So I get it. And so that's why, like, I don't fault her too hard, but I don't love her. But oh my gosh, Graham. Oh, I want a Graham so bad. This one was great. It was just sweet, but it was also somewhat realistic. Like, I'm not gonna say realistic because it's Colleen Hoover. Especially if you're like kind of struggling in a relationship and you read this, you're like, okay, I'm not like super alone. Even if it's not about like fucking fertility issues. I mean, every marriage, relationship, whatever can have its struggles. And I just really like to see kind of how they overcome it, but also how shit really hits the fan, because that's the realistic part, you know what I mean? This is a strong 4.5, 4 to 4.5 for me. But I do really like that book. However, the rest of this quote series, I started with Hopeless. I had heard stuff about it, as one does with Colleen Hoover books. This is a 1 star for me, 0.5 maybe. This book, when I tell you, it felt like Colleen was like, let me like Google every trauma a person could endure and let me like put it in a book. Oh, and not a super long book, you know, under 400 pages, large-ish font. Let me put that in a book. And that's exactly what she did. It was just not great. I'm sorry. I did not like it. You're dealing with teenagers in high school, but the amount of stuff she put in there was sickening. I mean, there was like there were literally points of this book that I thought I couldn't read it. Like, I read some dark shit, and I was like, this is just gross and disturbing, and I don't like it. So you may ask, Hannah, why did you read the entire series of a book that you gave 1 star to? And to that, I would say that's a great fucking question. It's simply because I found out that the second one is legit the same book. When I say the same book, I mean it. Written the same, just from the guy's point of view. Holder. I liked Holder. I didn't love him, but I liked him. He meant well. And I did want to see his perspective. I'm sorry, but I did, okay? When I found out that these 2 little bitches were part of it, I was like, why not? Did I hate my life for the week that this took me to read? Yes, I did. However, this one, I'm not gonna lie, decent 2.5 to 3. It wasn't bad. She should have really just dual point of viewed it. There was no need. I mean, it's like the whole It Starts With Us doohickey. You have like these like little mini ones. They're cute. Like, literally, I read them in like half hour. Like, so small. But you have Finding Perfect and Finding Cinderella. It's like the characters' friends. It's like a whatever, it connects, it does. Finding Perfect is where everything like connects. Yeah, no, these were like 1. Like, these are so stupid. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Finding Perfect was cute just because I liked how it wrapped everything up. I enjoy that. I like a good wrap up. The Finding Cinderella, fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Let's see, this one. This is controversial in the sense that I didn't like it, and that is Reminders of Him. Everyone likes this book. I didn't. I don't know why. It was rather boring to me. I don't know why. Like, there wasn't much wrong with it, if I'm being completely honest. I guess it just wasn't my style. It was good. I feel like it was well-ish written. I mean, it's definitely a different, again, like Colleen went somewhere new with this one, and I don't think it was awful. It was whatever. I mean, I would recommend it, I guess. Yeah, sure, read it if you want, or don't. Who cares, right? Last but not least, I did read It Starts With Us. I just don't have the copy. I gave it to a friend. That one was so unnecessary. That one I did not like. It was a struggle to push through. Definitely like 2 stars for me. I mean, like I loved the conclusion. I loved the wrap up. Like I said, I do enjoy that. However, there's a thing called like an epilogue, or, you know, in Colleen's sense where she writes these little itty bitty things. Do that. Didn't need a whole fucking book with like a lot of unnecessary new information. As a lover of It Ends With Us, it was just I don't know. Lastly, Verity. This one, I hate to say it, but I think it's a 5-star for me. I don't give 5 stars like ever, but I fucking love this book. I've read it twice now. The first time I read it in a single day. It was not planned either. I'm sure I had plans for that day. They got canceled. I could not put it down. It was so bizarre to me, and it was creepy, and it was weird, and then it was sickening. I fucking love this book. I'm so sorry. And also, spoiler alert, just right here, like skip to I don't know when. I'll put in a number in a second. But I just found out this morning the cover and like a potential meaning. I don't know if this is facts or whatever, but it does make sense. The fact that it's like a net with a person, it's like her drowning the kids and like the little girl being stuck in the net. That's fucked. But yeah, so this one's like 5-star for me. I really did love it. And I got the pretty exclusive version with the new chapter, which was, I'm mad at it because I didn't need that. It fucked me up more because you're really like, you don't know who's good and who's not. Like, you don't know. I want to believe Verity is the villain. Part of me is scared that she's not. I said I don't go to Colleen for like exquisite literature. I go to Colleen for fun, for entertainment, for some good drama, occasionally good spice, you know, unrealistic things, because that's what fiction is. So I think we all need to remember that when we read. Okay. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy the controversy. I hope you enjoy me actually talking about Colleen Hoover in a good-ish manner. I will see you in the next one, and go read some Colleen Hoover, because why the fuck not? Okay, bye!